A pleasant morning, everyone. Ayan, so how are you today, HM? So I hope and pray that everybody is doing good. So our lesson for today, no? So we're gonna discuss three topics for this session, no? We're gonna talk about the purchaser, and we have also later on makikita ninyo about the market list and also the purchasing methods. Okay, so we have three topics to discuss this morning, and I hope and pray no that everybody could watch this recorded lesson. Okay? So, welcome sa ating midterm, no? Ang bilis ng pacing natin. Hindi natin mamamalayan. Finals na agad. So, ganun kabilis. Okay, so we have our objectives this morning. Number one is let's determine the rules of a purchaser. And number two, let's show the desirable behavior of purchaser or what are those characteristic na meron ng isang purchaser. And lastly is let's identify the duties and their responsibility when it comes on using the market list in um, the pricing or purchasing methods no na ginagamit nila sa food service operation. But anyway, we will talk about kasi the context of cost control, more of it can be food or goods, no? Or it can be services. Okay? Ang pwede nating bigyan ng example dito sa mga pag-uusapan natin. Okay? So, the purchaser, are you familiar with the word purchaser? Or the other term that we could use is the buyer. Okay? So, buyer, this is not the customer, ha? Inside the a food service establishment. Okay? The buyer is something to do with the person who is in charge on a certain establishment, no? That is or he or she is looking or searching for the supplies of the organization. Okay, so as you can see here from the introduction, the purchaser also called the buyer. So the other term is the buyer. No, I want you to jot down this term. And this he or she is responsible for buying goods needed in an operation and in big establishment like hotels and commissaries, a purchasing agent. So we can use also the word purchasing agent. So the other term when we say purchaser, buyer or the purchasing agent. So that's the buying. So sila daw po ang in charge um to look or search onto those goods po that is needed for the operation. So while in smaller ones naman, anyone assigned can handle it. So if the establishment is very small lang scale lang niya, hindi ganun pa kalawak, hindi pa ganun kalaki. So wala silang particular name na ginagamit dun sa taong in charge na yun. But rather than anyone who is assigned. Okay? Parang appointed lang siya, ganyan. Pero kung sa malaking settings po or malaking scale po ng food service establishment or marami ng branches po, may tinatawag tayong purchaser, buyer, or purchasing agent. Okay? Sana maliwanag yun ha. Okay, so the purchaser's role is important to avoid confusion about what to buy and when, and to prevent shortages or oversupply of products. So, ang mapapansin natin sa purchaser sa loob ng isang establishment, they act as the first decision maker. No? Why? Kasi they are the one who monitor, they're the one who is evaluating or checking the supplies needed for the operation. So, para bang kung titingnan natin, hindi pwedeng mag-operate ang isang service operation, no? Kung wala pong ma-assign to look onto the uh, technically the required needs for the overall operation. So they're the one who is making the first decision. They are accountable on that specific task. And uh, what we can see also here is meron tayong mga behaviors or attitudes na kailangan nating makita sa isang purchaser. Actually, class, pag nakagraduate din kayo, no, pwede nyo rin applyan tong klase ng work na to. If you don't want to work at the back of the house, no, or front of the house, pwede rin kayong maging purchaser. Ito, ang nag ang usually nyo lang na-encounter po na tao is the supplier of your establishment. Okay? So, wala po kayong any engagement sa customers. No, may engagement man kayo, yung mga coworkers nyo lang din, your boss, no, your co-staff. Pero very minimal kasi usually lagi kang nasa labas or nasa field tayo kasi you need to penetrate as well the market. Sino yung pinaka-best supplier na pwedeng maging partner ng business or ng operation? No? At may pera sa pagiging purchaser. So mamaya ako sa inyo i-share. May pera din po dito. Pero hindi po sila contractor. Okay? Ayan. And kidding aside, ayan. So characteristics of an ideal purchaser, ayan. Number 1 is the punctuality. Okay? So most of the time, no? Punctuality, bakit kailangan to sa purchaser? Kasi it is crucial for them to update also the organization whether meron siyang nahanap na it can be a well-known supplier o supplier na kung saan mas makakatipid o makakapag-cut tayo ng cost natin or expenses sa operation. So parang ang hirap umabsent pagdating sa part ng purchaser. Kasi every minute, every day po sa kanila ay napakahalaga to penetrate the market and also the suppliers po na magiging partners nila. Reliability, of course, it talks about um, the supplies or the suppliers, okay, both yon are very evident po, which is existing, hindi mo lang siya na ikwento, hindi mo lang siya na i-report sa meeting na meron kang nakita or nahanap na best suppliers ninyo for the whole year or sa buong operation, magiging partner nyo na sila, no? So hindi mo siya pwedeng by words mo lang siya i-share sa body or sa mga kasama mo sa workplace. Very evident po that existing po ang ating suppliers. Okay? And honesty, of course, pagdating sa honesty, natetest dito yung pera na eh. Sa purchaser, how much? How much ba yung budget for this specific needs? Ayan. So, may tendency kasi may mga purchaser tayo. Let's say for example, kaya sabi ko kanina maraming pera pag na purchasing agent ka or buyer. Kasi if you will bid, let's say for example, microwavable container for takeout foods, no? Ang budget ng inyong establishment, let's say for example, is 5 pesos per microwavable. So, what if makahanap ka ng tig 2 pesos and 50 cents or kahit 3 piso pa? 'Di ba? So, magkano yung magkano yung lumalabas na sobra? May 2 piso. So, sa mundo kasi ng pagiging purchaser, hindi na po minamind yan to check on may sobra pa ba doon sa 5 piso na mas nakahanap ka pa ba ng mas mababa. Hindi na nila tinatanong yon kasi nasa purchaser na po yung decision making. So, tiba-tiba tayo kapag ikaw yung nakakuha pa ng mas mura pa doon sa budget na inilabas ni establishment. Nakukuha ninyo. So, nasa sayo na siguro. In reality lang kasi, no, gusto ko i-share sa inyo. Yung honesty, siguro, pwedeng, kung may sobra-sobra, magpakain ka na lang sa office, no? Ayan. Or, pwedeng mag-share ka na lang ng konting kickback. But anyway, at the end of the day, meron naman din talagang, they are showing what is the right price. Pero again, hindi po required to na nila ha. Hindi na po required na i-report nila magkano mo nakuha yung items or supplies. Kasi binibigay na tong trabaho na to sa kanila. So talagang yung trust ng establishment or organization talagang 100%. So trustworthy and also have the knowledge with the product integrity and specification. So very ka rin dapat dito, mabusisi at very sabihin na natin, no, isa rin sa characteristic ng purchaser, very maselan ka rin sa pagpili ng product. mahanap mo yung mura siya, pero kalidad talaga. Or, there are times na kailangan, ano ka din, madiskarte ka din dun sa suppliers, no? When it comes dun sa pagbibid. Paano ba yun? So, for example, kumuha ka ng 10 boxes of microwavable containers. Okay? So, baka naman pwede pang um, magpales pa doon, no? Ng, ng price. Kasi, you know already the texture ng microwavable na binibenta nila. Okay? Parang, sabihin na natin, parang mas medyo low quality to ng kaunti, ilang percent lang naman. Pero mura, okay na din naman itong gamitin, hindi naman halatang medyo low quality. So, makikipag-bid ka na medyo babaan ng konti yung presyo dun sa previous mo kinukuhanan. So, yun po yung ano natin. Kailangan, yun po yung tinutukoy natin sa isa sa behavior nila. Familiar ka, knowledgeable tayo dun sa specs ng binibili mong supplies. Okay? And of course, the mathematical skills. Let's say, for example, bumili ka ng 20 boxes of um, disposable spoon and fork. Okay? 20 boxes yan. So, i-check mo din kung ang kanilang pricing ni supplier is tumugma dun sa napag-usapan nyo. There are times kasi dahil bulky na yung order, sometimes ang nailalag o nai-input or nailalagay po sa ating receipts are considered as the original price talaga. Hindi nila na-input kung ano yung napag-usapan yung presyo na ibibigay sa'yo. So, i-check mo yon at mag-compute ka din at the same time. Makakamura ka ba ng mas madami pa ang kukunin mo, higher than 20 boxes? Or mas okay ng 10 boxes muna, parang mas lugi ako kapag mas madami. May ganong factor. So, mabusisi talaga even sa computation. Okay? So, those are the characteristic of the ideal purchaser. So, ano pa yung duties nila? So, their duties po is they need to coordinate with the station chefs and management for items to be bought. So, kumbaga, kung large scale po to ng establishment, kailangan nilang puntahan ang kitchen, ang bar, ano pa ba, sa food and bev, and even housekeeping, kasama din po yan sa ano natin, sa kailangang pag-usapan, ano yung mga need din sa housekeeping. But since cost control po ito, more of food and ano tayo, so sa kitchen tayo example, no, magbibigay ng halimbawa. So, kailangan mong makuha kung ano yung mga needs ng chef natin. Okay? So, from time to time, you need to visit gano'n na kadami o kakaunti yung stocks nila. So, kailangan mo po yung i-jot down sa market list mo. And another duties of purchaser po is they need to coordinate with the stockman for items to be replenished. So, aside from the purchaser, meron naman tayong sa inventory din naka-assign syempre. So, ikaw, taga-pili ka lang ng supplies, pero hindi na po ikaw ang mag-aayos niyan sa shelves, magbibilang, ilang boxes yung nabili, ilan yung dumating na supplies, hindi na po. As long na tapos ka na dun sa ano mo, sa duty mo as you purchase the supplies for the overall operation, meron na po tayong assign for the stockman. Okay? So, inventory, check nila yan. Okay? And you need to coordinate also with them kung ano po. Okay? Kung ano pa yung kailangang i-replenish na items. Okay? So, si stockman, magsasabi kay purchaser, kailangan natin ng fresh milk. So, baka pwede mong i-order ng fresh milk, i-50 boxes mo na kasi bare months ngayon, marami tayong mga customers na magkakape. Okay? Ayun. So, may fresh milk yung kape nila. Okay? So, for sure, dahil bare months ngayon, marami tayong customer, i-replenish na natin. Fresh. So, fresh milk pa lang yun. So, ano pa ba yung mga stocks na meron sa loob ng isang service operation? Okay? And ano pa? Build a good relationship with suppliers and purveyors. Okay? So, mas maganda po, meron na tayong suppliers from day 1 hanggang sa existence ng business po, is sila na ang inyong supplier. Okay? Meron na talaga kayong tinatawag na partnership. Okay? Kasi mas napapabilis po yung trabaho at mas napapagaan po yung workloads once meron na po tayong common suppliers. Disadvantage kasi kapag iba-iba po ang nagiging suppliers natin dahil hinahanap natin yung pinakamura, may ganun kasing party, may tendency na nag-iiba-iba din po yung pricing natin, no? And at the same time, may mga pagkakataon na may mamimit kang suppliers na hindi mo rin talaga totally makakasundo pagdating sa di lang sa presyo eh. Kumbaga perspective wise, no? Or minsan meron ka pang makikitang pwede ma-scam at the end of the day. So maganda makapag-build ng good relationship para walang maging problema, no? From time to time. So collates and organizes receipts for documentation. Ayan. So as purchaser, ano yung mga na-submit nating order or items kay supplier, so you need to um, keep it, no? Yung mga records po is kailangan ay naka-file yan. Okay? So, for the report purposes or sa meeting, pwedeng ma-discuss po yan. So, kailangan, sabi ko nga kanina, reliability, very evident po na yung budget po na binigay sa'yo or ibinudget mismo ni establishment is andun po yung nakikita kumbaga very tangible yung mga items na na-order from the supplier. So, kailangan mo ng receipts. Okay? So, outsource new and better supplies and suppliers. So, isa din po sa kailangan gawin, no? One of the duty of a purchaser po is yung outsourcing na tinatawag. So, nagkakaroon lang po ng new and better supplies and suppliers po once may mga pagkakataon kasi kahit gaano pa katagal yung supplier mo, no, na kinukuhanan halimbawa ng mga goods, no? Halimbawa, bakery or bake shop, yung kinukuhanan mo ng mga cake flour, ng mga syrup, ng mga chocolates and whatsoever po na pang baking ingredients, pwedeng nag-close. Okay? Or pwede naman ang reason is parang bumaba ang quality ng kanilang sinusupply. So, pwede ka pong maghanap kapag mayroon na pong reason para bitawan yung dati mong supplier. So, may choice naman tayo at the end. Okay? Hindi naman tayo kailangan na kasi nakabuild na ng good relationship paano kung hindi na okay yung kanilang sinusupply? So, hindi ka rin pwedeng mag-sacrifice for that. So, you will look for another supplier. So, ikaw pa din ang tatrabaho niyan as purchaser. And, another po is, yan. So, it's very important sa ating purchaser, other term is buyer, or purchasing agent, may market list ka. Okay, so, sabi ko nga kanina, isa sa duties mo is to collate the needed supplies coming from the stockman. So, syempre, hindi lahat ng oras kung ano sabihin ng stockman mo, nasa isip mo lang lahat, no? You need to prepare your market list as well. Okay? So, the other term is what we call the purchase order. I-ready mo po yan as purchaser. So, a purchase order is a form listing of the products to be purchased, their price, delivery date, and other important information. So the purchase order form is created by the buyer and sent to the supplier or seller. So mapapansin nyo bakit tayo may order form? Kasi ahead of time, before mo po maging need yung supplies na yan, before yung month or week na yan, nakasubmit na po yan prior. So usually, ang pinaka-ample time natin, pwedeng 2 months before or 1 month before magsasubmit ka na kay supplier mo ng purchase order form. Kasi, hindi po pwede, lalo na kung bulky orders, hindi po pwede ngayong araw, isi-send mo, ngayong araw i-deliver, ngayong araw mapoprovide, no. Hindi lang ikaw ang sinusupplyan ni supplier mo, always remember on that. Okay? So, kailangan mo pong mag-send na ng purchase order form at kailangan monitored na ni stockman yung stocks niya sa or inventory. Okay? Kasi wala kang may lalagay sa purchase order form kung hindi po monitor din ang ating stocks po. Hindi ka naman pwedeng manghula kung ilan yung orderin mo. Ngayon, sige, mukhang kailangan natin ng ganito. Sige, order ka lang. Sige, order mo na lahat. Lahat ng kailangan natin, lagyan mo yung sa 10 boxes. Teka lang, need ba lahat yun? So, check mo muna mamaya na overstock ka naman. So, yung pinakakailangan o priority ingredient, yun pa yung naiwan. Diba? So, you need to, to double check. So, ano ba ang features ng purchase order form? So, meron tayong date of issue. Say, for example, today, ay, nagawa na natin yung natin, yung market list. And then, purchase order number. Okay? So, yung purchase order number, depende po yan sa inyong supplier. Okay? Kung ano po ang kanilang ibibigay sa ating PON na tinatawag. Okay? Kasi usually, kapag nag-send na yan sa purchaser, automatic may mga purchase order number na po yan eh. Okay? So, sa kanila po nanggagaling ito. Okay? And also, meron pong details of goods. So, sabihin, ano po ba ang ating mga kakailanganin? Okay, naka-specify dapat. 1 box of what? Of chocolate syrup. Okay, ano bang klase ng chocolate syrup? Yung medyo malabnaw, malapot, dark, or light color. Yun po yung details ng goods na ilalagay natin for that example. So, hindi lang tayo i-input chocolate syrup. Sa dami ng chocolate syrup, halimbawa na ino-offer, alin doon? At ilan po ang ml? At ilang boxes po ba? O ilang bote ang i-order? Okay? And then shipping details po, of course, the address of the establishment, and name, contact number, and address of the buyer. So, usually po, pangalan po ni purchaser po ang ating nilalagay dito. Okay? And then, of course, kasama po yung name ng establishment, saan po siya working, and ano po ang address nun. Kung yan po, halimbawa, isa Okada. Okay? Name ni purchaser, Okada Hotel, and then ano po ang address ni Okada, and then yung contact number is coming from the purchaser as well. Kaya hindi po pwede makipag-usap sa supplier, sa mga frontliner natin, sa chefs natin, and also sa mga managers, hindi po. Ang tanging contact lang din po ng supplier natin is purchaser. Hindi po sila pwedeng tumalon po. No? Mag-shortcut sila na kakausapin nila sa loob. Only the purchaser po. Okay? At hindi rin po sila i-entertain ng ibang staff class sa limbawa sa hotel, no? Nag-shortcut ang supplier natin, may mas gusto makausap kasi ayaw niya kausap yung purchaser ng hotel na yan. Ay, hindi rin siya i-entertain kasi ayun po yung tinatawag na in due respect with the assigned person. Siya po ang accountable dyan at hindi ka pwedeng basta-basta mangialam. Yun po yun. And name, contact number, and address of seller and supplier. Siyempre, sino po ang supplier natin, yung details din nila kailangan nakalagay sa purchase order form. And total cost of the order including delivery charge. Ayan. Okay? So, yun po yung mga features na meron po ang purchase order form. And the date of delivery, kailan po ba? Ay, kailan po madi-deliver to from the date to day? Mag-wait ba ng 1 week, 2 weeks, or ano specific date? Okay? Para actually itong date of delivery, ito po ay pwede manggaling po kay purchaser kung kailan po need ng operation. Ay, kasi kaya naman din mag-adjust si supplier. Unless na lang po na hindi kakayanin within that week, magme-message po yan si supplier or seller natin na hindi kakayanin within 1 week. Dagdagan pa natin another 3 days. So, nasa agreement na lang po yan. Okay? Pero yung date of delivery, nasa decision po yan ni purchaser, kailan po kailangang maihatid sa establishment. And also the terms of payment, ano po ba? Sa kasi, sa mga malalaking business po, hindi po tayo one time dyan nagbibigay ng payment. So for example, yung overall total cost ng natin na nasa purchase order form is 100,000. Not necessary yung 100,000 po is ibibigay mo na kaliwaan. No, may mga terms tayo. So for example, yung 100,000 na yan is pwede mo po siyang bayaran in 3 months or 6 months, depende po. So kung in 3 months, ilan po yung kailangan? At least 30,000 per month makapaghulog po sa establishment kay supplier. Ito po yung nangyayari kapag meron ng good relationship yung dalawa. Okay? Yung supplier and the purchaser po. Pero pag medyo bago pa lang, hindi pa po pwedeng magkaroon ng terms or installment po na payment. Okay? So, depende pa rin po sa record. Okay? At saka may mga background check pa, gano'n nakatagal nag-exist establishment, kung ito'y kabubukas lang, hindi nila pwedeng bigyan ng terms of payment or hulugan na tinatawag, no? Pero kung ito ay nag-exist for how many years na at kilalang kilala na to, wala nang pag-uusapan, wala na masyadong background check dyan. Automatic bibigyan na yan ng terms of payment kasi kikita din po si supplier dyan kasi well-known itong establishment po na lumalapit sa kanila. 'Di ba? Halimbawa si Contis, 'di ba? Sino kaya ang supplier nila sa tingin niyo ng mga cake flour? O, ng panggawa ng mga ingredients sa paggawa ng mga icing. Meron at meron 'yan, 'di ba? So, si Contis, hindi na nila pwede pang i-background check yan. Kasi well-known na po si Contis. 'Di ba? Kahit sang dako may Contis na. How much more si Goldilocks? Ayan. Pero yung mga bake shop pa lang na nag-start, no? Kahit sabi mong malaki na siya, at 1 year pa lang i-exist, hindi po basta-basta pwede magbigay si supplier po ng terms. So, ganun po yun. Okay, and also, as you can see, meron tayong sample purchase order form dito, class. Ayan. Ito po yung binabanggit nating features. And then, ito po yung details. Ito yung mas formal na makikita ninyo na sinesend po natin kay supplier from the purchaser or purchasing agent. Okay? Ayan. So, memorize nyo yan, class, yung mga parts. Merong supplier, delivery address, merong delivery date, item, description, quantity, unit price, total, etc. Of course, the date, etc. Ayan. Pwede nyo na lang yung balikan, class. And then, ayan, we have also the purchasing methods na tinatawag. So, ito po yung usually pwedeng gamitin po ni purchaser natin in order to avail po yung yung mga needs or supplies po ng operation from the suppliers. So, pwede niya pong gamitin ang tinatawag na meron tayong competitive quotes na tinatawag. So, basahin ko muna yung introduction dito. Once items to be purchased are identified, so alam mo na kung ano po yung, yung kumbaga nasa market list mo, alam mo na yung need ng operation. The next step is deciding how to buy them. So, in what way ba? So, different methods are used in restaurants or food service operations to save cost and ensure efficiency. So, yung method 1 natin of purchasing, may tinatawag tayong competitive quotes. So, ano po ito? So, ang competitive quotes po, this is a common method where the buyer asks 2 or more suppliers for price quotes using a standardized quotation sheet. Prices and product details are compared and the supplier offering the best deal is chosen. For example, no, ako po ay naghahanap ng brown bag, tissue papers, and toothpicks. Ako bawang purchaser ng Manila Peninsula. Okay? So, may kailangan akong 3 item. So, I will search on the well-known suppliers, no? So, pwedeng through social media, okay? Or pwede namang magtanong ka sa mga co-purchaser mo kung may kakilala ka within, no, your working environment and whatsoever. And then, you need to submit those needed items and request mo kung magkano yung mga items na need mo. Yung brown bag, tissue papers, and toothpick. So, may dalawa akong pagsasubmitan, no? Ngayon, kapag sinubmit ko yung dalawang yon, so, babalik sa akin yon through email. Most of the time, through email yan eh. So, i-compare ko ngayon. Teka lang, sino mas mura dito? Sino mas mura and then quality yung kanilang binibenta. So, that's the time that I will decide kanino ako kukuha. Okay? So, itong competitive quotes na to, wala kang suppliers na masasabing isa lang. Okay? Kasi from time to time, itong method na to na ginagawa mo, talagang gusto mong ma-experience lahat ng klase ng supplier na pwedeng mong malapitan, na pwede mag-supply sa operation. So, once I've sent po the the quotation, no, magpapa-quote ka, magkano po ito lahat, just in case. Pag bulk orders, pag ito lang po yung kukunin, lahat po yun, no? Lahat naka-detail po sa email. Then they will send it back. Then dun mo po makikita kung sino po ang mas mura at paano ka magde-decide, no? Ano yung mas kailangan mong agrihan pagdating sa price. So, yun yung competitive quotes natin. And meron din tayong standing order na tinatawag, another method po ng purchasing. So, ito po ay often used for bakery, coffee, and dairy products. So, a regular supply or par stock established. So, items are delivered consistently without frequent reordering. Okay? So, sa standing order natin, the minimum level of stock that must always be available between deliveries, okay, is kailangang i-check yung tinatawag na par stock or stock level po ng ating operation. Okay? So, may mga specific lang pong pinaggagamitan ito ha, ng mga operation, service operation, which is the bakery, coffee shop, or mga dairy products lang po. Pero yung ibang klase po service operation, wala silang pakialam sa par stock. They usually use the common quotes, competitive quotes rather, as method of purchasing. Ang par stock kasi natin, ginagamit yan, okay, in order to supply continuously po ang ating mga needs po sa operation. Okay? So, eto, sige. Iyaano ko isa-isa sa inyo. So, identify delivery frequency, weekly, bi-monthly, or monthly. So, sa par stock natin, in order to determine ilan ba yung kinakailangan po ni operation sa loob ng isang linggo, sa loob ng 2 buwan, or pwedeng sa loob ng 1 buwan. Okay? Or every other month. So, ilan po ang sa tingin natin kayang estimate natin dito sa mga nabanggit natin? Okay, let's say for example, no? Eto, sa number 1 pa lang tayo ha. Ayan, yung par stock level checker natin. So, ang item natin, halimbawa, is baked beans. Okay, and then, ang par level niya, ibig sabihin po yung usage. Okay, par level po is usage. Halimbawa, nakakagamit tayo ng baked beans din ng 10. Okay? And then, ang on hand naman po natin ay dadalawa na lang. Okay? So, ngayon, mamomonitor nyo ngayon na ang usage nyo po, pwede po kung ito ay daily, pwedeng monthly, pwedeng bi-monthly, ito po yung nagagamit. Over the on-hand item, so check mo ngayon gano'ng kadami ang kailangan mong i-stock at gano'ng kadami ang kailangan i-supply from time to time para hindi po kayo maubusan or mawalan. Ito po kasi yung dapat hindi mauubos. Okay? As much as possible, itong dalawa na to na on hand, sa number 1 example natin, ano na po yan? Sagad na po yan. Para bang converted na siya into zero supply na. Yung dalawa. Okay? Pero in actual, dalawa pa naman, kaya pa yan, di ba? Pero hindi, kasi mabilis lang po yan ma-consume. Okay? So, you need to check on that and estimate usage for number 2 and calculate the average daily usage. And add a safety factor or for unexpected demand or supplier stockouts. So, pwede rin po tayong, pwede din tayong magpa-sobra ng ating order. Okay? On the top of the exact calculation, pwede kang magpa-sobra lang ng ilang boxes or ilang peraso para mas sure po tayo na hindi ka talaga mauubusan. Kasi ang par stock po, o itong tinatawag na method na to, kaya po yan ginagamit ng mga purchaser, itong standing order na to, kasi mas nakakatipid po sila. The more na bulky po ang orders, the more mas madami, at the more ka magkukontinue ng supplies from the supplier, mas nagkakaroon ka ng discount from time to time. Okay? So, actually, ang mapera yung purchaser. hindi hindi yung company kasi gaya ng sabi ko sa inyo kanina, hindi na nila kailangan pang i-check kung magkano yung bili mo dyan sa item na yan. Basta ito yung budget. So ikaw, syempre gagawin mo, hanapin mo yung medyo mas mura. Pero makatotohanan naman wag naman yung sobrang tipid. Okay, and also combine usage and safety factor equals par stock. Okay, label storage shelves with par stock amounts. Ayan, pinakamahalaga po to sa stockman natin at the same time. Kada kuha ng supplies or ingredients, halimbawa, ino-note mo yon para from time to time, ma-check mo kung ilan din yung nagagamit sa operation. So, you can submit the report also sa mga, halimbawa, sa mga barista, sa bakers natin, di ba? Sa chefs natin. Ay, nakaano kayo, nakakagamit pala kayo ng 3 pakete ng coffee para sa mga barista sa loob pala ng isang araw. So, check mo yun kasi from everyday, kung naka-duty ka at i-check mo inventory, mamomonitor mo ilan yung lumalabas na packs of coffee, no? And then, ihahatid doon sa bar area para sa mga barista natin. Okay? So, actually, masayang work ang pagiging purchaser, no? And I just want to share sa inyo, no? Way back 2020, no, nakapag-work ako sa if you will search the Greenco company, more of food packaging, na pagmamay-ari ng isang PBB housemate, no, way back 2020 as nasa marketing and sales po ako naka-assign as one of the team lead po, and nakapag-bid po ako ng half a million, no, uh, sa isang purchaser po, okay, ng isang hotel. So, worth 500,000 po yun. Nabid ko po sa kanila. At continuous po silang kumukuha after po noon. Bukod pa sa 500 worth of food packaging is may continuous terms and ano po sila sa amin. Terms and payment po. Okay? So, masaya kasi bukod po doon sa may incentive ka, meron ka pang daily may daily kita ka pa sa kada order nila. Iba pa, on top pa po yun ng iba pa yung papasahod sa'yo. So, I've been there way back. Actually, naka 1 year din ako, no? So, happen lang na napadpad, sa Quezon City kasi siya. So, napabalik kasi ako dito ng Cavite. So, that's why nabitawan ko yung work na yun. Pero, maraming pera din sa marketing and sales. Hindi man purchaser, pero ako, kausap ko, purchaser talaga. Ang dami. From time to time. So, talagang grabe din mag-bid eh. Siyempre, sa marketing and sales, no? So, kami kasi yung pinaka-supplier nila. Siyempre, kailangan, ka din. Mauta ka din, in a way. What I mean is, win-win. A win-win situation. So, magbe-benefit sila at ikaw din na supplier. So, ganun lang din naman. Pero kung sa pera-pera lang, marami kang pwedeng maano dito. Okay, mas-save. Ayan. And consider lead time between order placement and the delivery. Ayan. So, ito po yung sample of par stock level natin. Ay, napakita ko na sa inyo kanina. Okay. So, ayan. So, I guess, i-end ko lang muna siya dito sa, sa par stock level checker, no? And then, i-continue ko po itong discussion by next, next session. Okay? So, wala muna akong ibibigay ngayon na seat work, but rather, to watch this video, kasi po, connected po yung next nating pag-uusapan by next meeting po, no, sa naging topic 1 natin today. So, make sure maintindihan po ito para mas maunawaan ninyo yung susunod nating discussion. So, I hope na enjoy natin ang ating topic ngayon. Okay? At you have learned something from this one. Okay? So, if you have question and clarification, ayan, pwede naman po kayo sa aking mag-message, no? To clarify things po sa ating discussion this morning. Okay? So, meron na ba, after I discuss this one, meron na bang aspiring to be a purchaser or purchasing agent or buyer soon? Ayan. Actually, ang ganda ng trabaho nito. May pasasakyan din sa iyong company kasi sa field ka lagi. Isa yan sa benefit mo. Okay? Pero, talagang pagtatrabahuan mo, nakakuha ka ng supplier talaga for the operation. Skills mo rin dapat talaga mag-penetrate ng market. Okay? Meron na ba at this moment of time? Ayan, sa tingin ko meron sa inyo dyan. mapupunta sa ganitong klase ng career. Okay? So always remember, I will end the discussion with this quotation. Okay, so I want you to jot it down. Baka maisama yan sa ating midterm exam. Okay, so ready na ba i-jot it down? Okay, so I want you to jot it down that everyone is a buyer, everyone everyone's is potential purchaser, and everyone is a potential vendor. Okay? So, ayan, pakiulit na lang ulit at i-jot down ninyo. Everyone is a buyer, everyone is a potential purchaser, and everyone is a potential vendor. So, it always give the right behavior, okay, at the same time, the right intention, and of course, for you to have a good and lasting relationship, not just to your suppliers, but also to your um, working environment. Okay? So, I will end the session today and thank you so much for watching and I hope to see you soon, class. God bless and keep safe, everyone.